Welcome to a new age of superhero movie that redefines everything. Why is it a new era of what's happening? A new era of what's happening. Dwayne Johnson without any forest in sight is amazing, guys. Papa Snaka Nasang kind of wonder. It's Dwayne Johnson doesn't have range here, but here it is. A nice movie without a forest. It is a desert that's like forest adjacent. But anyways, Black Adam. So what starts off as a movie that I expected to suck. But honestly, what I told the person who was sitting beside me, I was like, we're 15 minutes into the movie and I don't hate it. This is a good sign. And it was a good sign because this is arguably one of the best movies that DC has made for me in the last 5 years or so. Of course, also Suicide Squad has something. I will not say which one is better for me, but I will say this. This is the best anti-hero movie I've watched. I felt that good balance of anti-heroism. Let me just say this. It's a well-balanced movie in the sense that there's humor. There is that seriousness to the storyline that you need. There's so much humor and then everything else is just gone. So there's humor. Casting choices, great, amazing stuff. The Rock, of course, you have the whole, he's always smoldering, the whole, it's like he's Superman adjacent. I will say this, right? Looking at Shanani Chuna on the internet, my unbridled opinion is this is one of the best anti-hero movies I've watched. The balance between good and evil. Because for me, an anti-hero is, he literally says it in the movie, Kuti, you guys want a hero. I never said I am a hero. That's basically it, right? He was killing the guys who were shooting at him. If the good guys shot at him, he was probably going to kill them too, right? Because that's him. So the whole anti-hero element of it all is what brings this movie up for me. Though you can see it's like light version of Justice League. It's basically Pepsi. And so you have those guys, you have the comedy that's there, you have the action sequences. You look forward to it. It doesn't keep you on the edge of your seat, but it's an entertaining movie which does the right things at the right moments, right? The only thing I can say about it that's not yet on point is DC's ability to incorporate multiple heroes into the same fight scene and have the choreography look beautiful. Because in this movie now you have a fight scene where all of them are fighting against, let's say, Black Adam. You have one strike per person. It's Dr. Fate comes in, does his shit. It's Atom Smasher comes in, does what he does. It's Cyclone comes in, does what he does. It's Hawkman comes in, does what he does. They don't have that beautiful choreography and interfacing of my heroes yet. But this is a very good start in terms of DC making amends with my fans, making my movies that are actually tolerable. Now, another person would say it's a very washed out movie that doesn't bring much stuff to the table because one, The Rock's performance in terms of like smoldering, it didn't kind of really hit. Like there's it's sort of like lacking just a little bit. Like it's different from when Superman is smoldering. That's a smolder. When The Rock is smoldering, it's great in other movies where smoldering is a joke. But here when he has to be like, I don't know, but it's that thing. I forgive it because as a whole package, Black Adam is a great movie, and also the whole bring in my elements, Mangacho seemed to be rip-offs. For example, those guys literally flew out of the Dr. Xavier's school for gifted children. They flew out of the front in a jet. That was just X-Men, and then where they went, it just gave you this vibe of like a community that's been secluded from everyone else. There's like that's Wakanda vibe. Though those guys were very poor, not the Wakandans, but these guys. But you see, some of the elements that seemed to be in this movie felt like things that were borrowed. For example, the way Dr. Fate fights, the whole replicate yourself, many versions of himself there. it gives you that thing. Doctor Strange did this already, but that's the problem that you get when you make your movie after Manguma movies akawanda. We feel like you are deriving, right? We feel like we are deriving concepts. You might not be deriving concepts, but that's what he does. Dr. Fate can do that. He does move stuff that looks like glass. It looks like the Mirrorverse, that the mirror realm thing that Doctor Strange has. So basically, Dr. Fate is Doctor Strange. Atom Smasher is Ant-Man. Cyclone is, I don't know, Cyclone is Cyclone. Hawkman is among the like they say, the Justice Society. I loved Hawkman because I felt like, even though Black Adam was very strong, Hawkman was still there on his ass. Every fight that they had, Hawkman I know raw, but he's still there. He's still pushing. He's still fighting, and I loved that he was never absolutely defeated. He was never really, like, he was beaten up, yes, but he wasn't like bah, 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 then he's done. No, he was there. He was on the fight. He was there, kicking ass. That's what I loved, because it gave him this tenacity. It gave him this Batman-ness. Though he's not Batman, but it gave him this oomph that I loved. And I also was very surprised because I told the person I was sitting with, Kuti, I don't hate that guy as much as I thought I would, because I really thought I would hate him, but I didn't, which is great. So overall, this movie, on the day, I had a higher rating of it, but overall, this is a good movie, and I would recommend it to anyone. And if DC keeps making movies in this direction, then I believe we're in for a treat. I believe we're going to enjoy Saga. Just watch this movie, and I'm sure you will not regret it. Especially if you are a fan of, or generally just entertaining movies. But if you're the die-hard DC fan and I'm this was what exactly you're looking for. But for me, it was a good movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I hope DC keeps making more movies that go in this direction, right? Because it went for 3 rounds. Kuti's one is PG-13. So I'm thinking, like, with the delicious kills that he did, I'm thinking, what if it just came to us it R-rated? It would have been amazing. But yeah, so to also address the issue, Superman, I don't want Black Adam to fight Superman just yet. I feel like it's too soon. It's too soon. They don't have the capabilities of that fight. They can't handle such a big fight. It's like Iron Man and Captain America fighting too soon. It doesn't work. It's like Iron Man and Thanos fighting in 2002. It won't work. So DC, chill and ride the wave. Do something better. 10-ish movies along the lines. Then we'll start talking. But according to like the first 15 minutes, I would say I'm going to Black Adam and not Superman, because I also don't like the concept of Superman. But Black Adam, it's a great movie. I totally recommend it.